Wow. What a week. What a week. Anybody watching this fancy themselves a journalist? Hold on. Oh, it's good. Oh, man. You know, if you guys are a fan of pastries and baked goods, and you ever happen to be in Oklahoma City, stop by Brown's Bakery. It's delicious. Ah. Mm. Oh. So, if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, there were some things that happened. After the All Out pay-per-view, which was really good pay-per-view, it's not even being talked about anymore. A really good pay-per-view is not even being talked about anymore. What's being talked about is what happened after at the AEW post-media scrum, where they sit around. It's like kind of like a press conference, you know, sit around and ask the wrestlers questions. Well, you didn't have to ask CM Punk any questions because he came bloated for bear. He wanted to make a statement, and he made that statement. And later on, that statement, which I'm planning to play a little bit of audio of here in a minute, that statement led to an altercation behind the scenes, I guess in CM Punk's locker room, between CM Punk and the three members of the Elite. Minus Hangman Page, he wasn't even in the building, he had left. I'm sure you guys all know the details at this point. CM Punk's trainer, Ace Steel, the wildest man on earth, throwing chairs, knocking people out, biting Kenny Omega. Oh boy, that's Ace Steel, man. That's the guy you want. That's the guy you want riding with you whenever shit hits the fan. I don't care what nobody say about Ace Steel. That's a good friend right there. That's an actual friend, not a fake friend like Colt Cabana. You know, all that. That's a dude that's really got CM Punk's back. Regardless of what you think about what he did or what happened, that's the dude that's got his back for real. That's the dude that's got his boy. And I love that. I respect that. That's what we call ride or die. I can tell you who's not ride or die, and that is the fans. Well, okay, so there's the first thing. There's a few things that I want to get to. First and foremost, CM Punk is suspended and injured for around 8 months. And the Elites are suspended until we don't really know. Some people are saying it's a couple weeks. Some people are saying it could be 6 months. We don't know. There's a lot of Elite fanboys out there that want them to be immediately reinstated and all this other garbage. Not going to happen, which I'll get to here in a minute, why that's not going to happen. But also earlier in the week, we had, actually, I think this happened today. UFC 279's card was changed because there was an altercation involving Nate Diaz, Kamsat, I think is his name, and various other people in the fight world. And so they had a melee backstage as well, and that caused their card to be changed. So now it's going to be Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, which I love that. So that's just a little UFC real quick right there. But in the CM Punk and Elite thing, basically what happened is the Young Bucks jumped up to get beat down. I mean, you know, I was always taught if you were going to put yourself in a fight and in a conflict situation that you better goddamn well come on top of that conflict. And the Elite certainly did not come out on top of that conflict. It sounds like they certainly got the loser end of that stick. And quite frankly, if you ask me, they should get the loser side of the entire stick. So when you're a manager um, of a corporation, or in their case, a executive vice president, you cannot be putting yourself in a position like that. You cannot be cornering employees with you and two of the other EVPs in a intimidating fashion, and then not expect a response. I'm sorry if you come busting into my locker room, because the word is that they kicked the door in, whatever. I don't know how true that is, because quite frankly, I don't think the Young Bucks are built like that and would be able to physically accomplish kicking in an arena door. Might be possible. Some of these arenas are kind of janky. Got janky doors. I know. I used to work in one. Some of them doors would pop open with a soft shove. Some you got to open. So it just depends. I don't know what the setup is, so I can't say if that's true or not. All I know is that when you're an executive in an executive position, you have to hold yourself above standard of a employee. And CM Punk, while he is the number one guy and a very, very powerful employee, he is still just an employee as far as in terms of corporation status and hierarchy. However, I think after this incident, there should no longer be an EVP that is an active wrestler. In fact, I feel like the EVPs need to be veterans, guys that are retired or about to retire, like a Sting, an Arn Anderson, William Regal. And you should even turn it into an on camera, on screen angle, and bring in a commissioner. And that could be William Regal. That could be Arn Anderson. That could be you. You got all these guys at your disposal, and you need to use it. Unlike some of these empty-headed dumb fucks who don't want to use the veterans at their disposal and think they know everything, which is a big bone of contention in this whole Elite CM Punk thing. But before I get to that whole situation, I just want to mention that there's a lot of things that have gone into all this, and it's not one in particular thing. And a lot of people are trying to pinpoint when exactly did this whole CM Punk and Elite friction start. What was the genesis and the jump off point? It's hard to say for sure, but what I do know is so CM Punk and Bobby Fish had a match early when CM Punk got there. It was like maybe his second or third, fourth, maybe match. Okay, I remember it. I was dealing with a lot at the time. I think I was watching it on the road, to be honest with you, in a hotel room. So, anyway, he basically comes out and is basically, challenging CM Punk to a fight and just talking about what he would have done if he was there and how much of a tough guy he is, and how CM Punk was a cunt after they wrestled. Well, the reason why he was a cunt to him after they wrestled is because Bobby Fish decided to do very similarly to what Hangman did and go off script, and instead of laying down 1, 2, 3 and selling it like a loser is supposed to sell in a wrestling match, he kicks out immediately after the 3, kind of as like an extra fuck you to CM Punk. So that to me seems like a very possible friction point, because that's early in CM Punk's run in the company. And I feel like that may have been one of the things that kicked off this entire thing. There were already underlying feelings with this Colt Cabana crap. So that's a perfect segue. The fans fed into a lot of this Colt Cabana BS, and they helped manifest this whole thing. Okay, because CM Punk's not deaf, CM Punk's not dumb, CM Punk's not blind. He can see and hear you, and he sees and hears all of you morons out there with your Colt Cabana crap, like you actually know what was going on, like you were in the courtroom, like you are in their text messages, like you know what goes on between them. He said it himself best, which I'm going to play here in just a second. It's none of your goddamn business. It's none of your goddamn business. Why him and Colt Cabana ain't friends, what happened with them. If they want to disclose that, they can disclose that. They're grown-ass men. And like Punk says, and I'm about to play, he's a grown man, and the fact that he has to explain this to you people is embarrassing. It really is. You're ruining something that you people cried for 7 years, and it's ridiculous to me how fickle and just short. Like you have no attention span. You have no consistency to you. And don't get me wrong, a big part of this is the elite, obsessors, the elite, fangirls and fanboys who just they think they've just recreated the wheel and the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's just hold on, let me get some more of this muffin. This muffin is really good. As I was saying, you fans should feel partially responsible for all of this, to be quite honest. And I think it's quite honestly a testament to how fickle you really are. I feel like a genius after I cut those 2 videos after Clash of the Castle and All Out, where I was saying exactly what I'm saying now. Fans are too smart now, or they're so smart they're dumb. See, they're so informed and they get all these little tidbits of information because of the dirt sheets and the fake media. And they think they know everything. They think they can connect the dots and this and that. Nobody even knew about this Bobby Fish crap until a couple days ago. And that's why he ended up getting released. Go figure. And it didn't help with Hangman Page going off the page, off the script, and doing the crap he pulled. And then on top of it, the guy is so arrogant. This is what I'm about to do. I'm about to start dressing them all down. Okay, I already got Bobby Fish out the way. That dude, he's an idiot. Pure and simple. You're an idiot, Bobby Fish. I said it. I don't care how badass you are at MMA. I don't care about all that shit, dude. I really don't. You're 40-something years old. If you want to come at me over some comments or whatever, bring it, old man. I'll fuck your old ass up. I don't give a fuck. You're fucking stupid for the comments you made. Seriously. And then you're trying to challenge an injured guy to a fight. Come on, man. You're pathetic, bro. You really are. Quite honestly, you should have felt grateful to be working with CM Punk. Straight up. Like, he didn't have to work with you. So, you shot yourself in the foot, and now you can go run off to Triple H. Good riddance. I like Bobby Fish, too. Don't get me wrong. I like the Undisputed Era. But, man, as far as I'm concerned, I'm looking sideways at anybody connected to the Elite. Period, point blank. My perspective on the Elite has changed so much in these past couple weeks. It's not even funny. And it's not even just with this instance. It also has to do with the backstage mandatory talent meeting where Omega spoke and he told the entire locker room, I wouldn't have signed 8 out of 10 of you. 80% of the roster wouldn't be here if I was in control. What is that? What is that, bro? Let's be honest here. You're in control of the women's division, right? Guess what, Kenny? 80% of the women you signed to that damn shit, I wouldn't have signed. And half of these people that are sitting here bitching about this wouldn't have signed them either. Everybody agrees your women's division is shit. Kenny, you booked this shit horribly. Horribly. Another reason why you should be stripped of your title and you should be stripped of your position. And he doesn't have that much longer on his contract. So he might take that personally and he might want to leave. Go. You got it all figured out. I want to see how that you got it all figured out shit works in WWE. I really do. And that's not just Kenny, because Kenny's actually good. Kenny's actually a great wrestler. He's one of the best, if not the best today. I will not take that away from Kenny Omega. He has great matches. This comment isn't even necessarily for him. Although it is for him. I don't care how great you are. You could always learn. We're learning every day. If you stop learning, what do you do? If you stop, I believe this. If you stop learning, you stop living. Straight like that. If you stop using your brain, you'll lose it. Which makes you an empty-headed dumb fuck like Hangman Page. He's worried about saving the butterflies and virtue signaling. And fuck out of here, bro. Clown. I don't think I need to tell you. Well, actually, you know what? So that's about it from Omega. Omega's role in this whole thing. See, this is what I'm gonna finish up with Omega. Where he fucked up is he decided he wanted to roll in there like, because I guarantee you it was Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson that were all fucking flamed up, ready to go, and this and that. It sounds like that was the case anyway, because Matt's the one that ended up getting his jaw rocked, I guess, and Nick ended up getting knocked out. So Kenny, he still rolled in there like he was a badass with his boys and shit, and it's a 3-on-1 situation. Little did they know 3-on-2. They were going to get more than they bargained for. Yes, CM Punk said come see him. He did say that. But what he didn't say was kick his door in and come 5-6 deep, because I guess apparently it wasn't just them three. It was also Cutler and all of his jobbers. Cutler and Nakazawa, all of Omega's jobbers or whatever. All of their little flunkies. I guess they were in tow. You don't come rolling up with a mob and then expect me to not start throwing punches. I'm just saying, you roll up on me and you're raising your tone and you're coming at me in an aggressive manner, busting through my door. Yeah, I'm going to start swinging too. Period, point blank. I don't give a fuck if you are my EVP, my boss, or whatever you want to call it. Not only that, CM Punk is like fucking 10 years, 15 years older than them. Like, they need to respect their motherfucking elders, period. That's the problem with AEW, is they're these young dudes, as talented as they may be, think they know it all. And like I said, if you stop learning, you stop living. Like, there's no way you got it all figured out at 24 or whatever, however old these guys are. Even if you do got it all figured out, you could always be better. Because Hangman, I'll tell you what, dude. And see, now I'm going to get off Omega now. And he saved CM Punk's dog, Larry. So shout out to him for that. That was a player move. I probably would have did something similar. But again, you fucked up by rolling in there like you wanted the smoke and then got it and then was surprised. So don't do that. I like you, Omega, but come on, man. You should fucking know better. Like Punk said, y'all should have fucking known better. Mac Jackson and Nick Jackson. I'm gonna save Hangman. Actually, no, you know what? Let me get the Hangman. This empty-headed dumb fuck. Listen, dude. You may think you got it all figured out, and you may think you're good because you can do a blind moonsault. You can do a buckshot lariat. All that's impressive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna take that from you. But dude, there's a reason why when you lost that title, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody cared. Nobody except the same people who are crying right now about this situation. Those are the only people who fucking cared, my friend. And you can sit there and keep poisoning the ears and the minds of the Dark Order, keeping on with this Colt Cabana crap and, how punks are this and punks are that and this and that. You can keep poisoning their fucking minds, but dude, what goes around comes around, and you'll learn that real quick. I don't I get why these guys feel threatened, because CM Punk is a bigger star than they could ever be. But why wouldn't you want to adopt? I just don't understand Hangman's mindset. Like, even if you are that good, why wouldn't you want to be better? Don't you still strive to be better even though you're already good? Why wouldn't you want to be better? I don't get it. I don't get that. And yes, it is disrespectful to decline advice that people are trying to give you. I'm not saying you got to take every little thing they say and implement it, but for fuck's sake, CM Punk is talking to you. Listen. Arn Anderson's talking to you. Listen. William Regal's talking to you. Listen. Why is William Regal on commentary and he comes out and says, I don't know much about Hangman Page. He's one of the only men on this roster I've had no interaction with. Come on, dog. You've had no interaction with William Regal? Is this real life? What are you even doing back there? Oh, I know what you're doing. You're too busy filming skits for BTE and playing grab ass with the Dark Order. At some point, the comedy shit needs to stop, dog. Comedy's cool every now and then, but man, these motherfuckers overdo this shit. And I don't care how you feel about it. It's too much. And get it through your heads, the Dark Orders are jobbers. They are jobbers. And they should not be pitting people like Malachi Black, which I'm going to get to here in a little bit later. Because I got some things to say about that, and I got some things to say about some people who said some things about that. So that's it for Hangman. Empty-headed dumb fuck. You need to get a clue, my friend. You need to get a clue. And you need to stop worrying about virtue signaling, wearing your butterfly pants, wearing your rainbow sequin vests, trying to virtue signal in June for Pride Month. Why don't you worry about learning how to tell a story? Why don't you learn how to do some new wrestling moves? Because all I've seen is you do the same shit in every match, pretty much. It's the same match every time. Learn how to tell a story. Make yourself interesting. Grow a personality. Start drinking again. I liked you better when you was drunk. You actually seemed like a man. You don't seem like much of a man to me, driving your Tesla and fucking doing all this bullshit on Twitter and shit, trying to call out Kane. Let me tell you something, dude. Kane's brain is bigger than your shit will ever be with your empty-headed ass. Trust me, dude. If you even try to debate anything with the mayor, Kane, I don't care. Dude, you're a fucking public school teacher, bro. You're part of the problem. But that's another topic for another day. Fuck Hangman. That guy... And it really is pissing me off, Tony, that you haven't punished this dude. He should not be getting rewarded with matches against Bryan Danielson on Dynamite. If anything, he should have got squashed in 5 seconds. Now, the Young Bucks. These motherfuckers, man. So... here's my thing with them. I never hated them. I never really liked them either, though. To me, they're too goofy. They don't take anything seriously. Matt Jackson don't sell. He don't sell for shit. What he'll try and say is, oh, well, I sold my back and this and that. That's about the only thing you ever sold, bro. And you don't even sell it like that. You don't sell it in the context of a match. You sell it like, oh, I'm injured, so that's why I'm about to lose this match. That's the only way you ever sell that shit. I'm about to lose, so I got to sell my back. Because heaven forbid Nick Jackson or Matt Jackson take a fucking pin or look weak. You're pathetic, dude. Matt Jackson specifically, I can't stand of the Young Bucks. And I can just tell he's a smarmy mouth, little fucking just diva. I can just tell. I guarantee you him, it could be Nick, but I guarantee you it's him that's buddy with Meltzer who is stirring up a lot of this crap. Okay? It's another guy I'm going to get to here in a little bit, Dave Meltzer. If you guys think for a second that the elite don't have the entire media in their back pocket, you got another thing fucking coming. It's painfully obvious how in the pocket of the elite the media is. And not just the elite, Tony Khan as well. He's the man that writes the checks. But these are friends of theirs. These are the same. Dave Meltzer's the same guy who gives the Young Bucks 7 stars and 6 stars on every fucking match they ever have. It's ridiculous. Eat some more of my muffin. Huh. It's really good. I think I'll have a little beer with that too. Cheers, fuck boys. So, Young Bucks jumped up to get beat down. When they stormed in CM Punk's locker room, supposedly Punk was bombing on Matt. I'm hearing different things. I heard Matt threw the first punch. I'm hearing Punk threw the first punch. Don't know, really don't care. You put yourself in a position to get swung on like that. I mean, don't be surprised when you get swung on like that. I don't see what the fucking problem is. You come storming in my shit, I'm gonna swing on you too. Straight like that. So that's my thing with the Young Bucks. I'm sick of seeing matches with no logic. I'm sick of seeing matches where there's no tagging. You guys don't hold the rope. Yeah, I know, hold the rope. What a crazy idea, right? You guys literally have Rick Knox as your referee every match because he literally is a corpse and he will let you just do whatever the hell you want and run off. You're all in the ring at the same time. It's the same fucking match every time, dude. I don't mind it every once in a while, but my goodness, man. Not only that, man, you make it feel like it's a joke. Like, I don't know. Like it's just, I don't know. Grow up. You guys can do it. I've seen you do it. You had a match not too long ago where I was giving you props. I was like, damn, they actually wrestled a straight up match. Like this was good. I don't remember who it was to, but yeah. I think it might have been, no, I don't know. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Fuck the Young Bucks. That's my thing on the Young Bucks. I'll get back to them here in a minute. Let's see here. Did I miss anybody? That's it. That's the entire Elite, right? So, again, the media, the entire wrestling media is a fucking joke. And they are bought off by the Elite and or Tony Khan and AEW. It's that simple. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the guy who the Young Bucks finisher is named after would run cover for them and run positive stories for them? Of course. Of course. Of course they would. You think for a second they wouldn't go spread that Colt Cabana crap? Or spread some other bullshit to him because maybe they're salty about Hangman having to drop the belt to him. Maybe they thought that he should have put over Page. On what fucking planet would he? Dude, I don't blame him. I wouldn't put that motherfucker over either. After the shit he pulled. Wrestling is all about trust. And when you do some little shit like that seems like it's not that big of a deal to us, you know, people watching it. They don't think that type of thing's that big of a deal. No, in professional wrestling, trust is everything. If you can't trust the guy you're working with to at least cut the promo that you agreed upon in the back, how the hell can you trust him in the ring to be safe with you, to be safe with your life? Because you have the other person's life in your hands when you wrestle each other. That's part of the whole thing. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the same media wouldn't run cover for the Young Bucks' refusal to wrestle FTR at All Out for the belts and put him over instead of dropping him to Keith Lee and Swerve in some meaningless fucking match? I know that wasn't the plan or whatever the fuck, but you should have called an audible, right? That's what all y'all are saying about this Keith Lee and Swerve shit, right? They should have called an audible and give it to the Acclaimed. Why didn't they call an audible and give it to FTR? That's actually what you needed to happen. But now y'all want to put them on the Acclaim. Man, y'all are fickle. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all don't know what y'all want. But yes, he gave him cover on that. Dave Meltzer did, I'm pretty sure. He also, the media, I don't know about Meltzer specifically, but the media also ran cover for them running Cody off. They also ran cover for them taking FTR out the video game, which I didn't even get a chance to rant on, but that made me red fucking hot. Red fucking hot. Why is it that a guy, Owen Hart, nothing against Owen Hart, nothing against any of these people I'm about to name, but why is it a guy who never even stepped foot in AEW, who wasn't even fucking alive to see AEW formed in the video game, but not FTR? Why is CM Punk, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson in the game from the start, but not FTR when FTR had been there almost a whole year before they showed up? I don't want to hear it. It's bullshit, and I don't want to hear nothing about DLC. Nah, it was straight up politics is what it was. I don't want to fucking hear it. It was politics. The Young Bucks told Kenny Omega, or Kenny Omega took it upon himself to get FTR out of there. I don't know why. I don't know what purpose that fucking serves. I think it just was more of an ego stroke anyway. If anything, just an ego stroke, just to see we are in charge. Remember that. And also, I think it was a thumb at the fans for saying, fuck you for putting us in this position to make us look bad. That's what I think. I think Punk said it best. They're a bunch of fucking EVPs that couldn't manage a fucking target. they don't, none of the media covers the shit that they do, because I've heard other people like Jim Cornette and even JD from NY, all these other people allude to other backstage issues going on, but none of them ever come out. You know why? Because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they're about the fucking elite, especially that Cody shit and the FTR shit. I'm sorry. That shit is painfully fucking obvious to me what happened there. But yeah, so, and then here's the other issue that's going on. So everybody's wanting CM Punk fired because he got physical and he actually punched people and this and that. Eddie Kingston got physical with Sammy Guevara and got pretty much a slap on the wrist. Now, granted, it wasn't the same situation and it wasn't the same type of thing, but it still was a physical altercation. And as far as I know, he only got suspended for a couple weeks. So how the fuck do y'all go from physical altercation equals a couple weeks of suspension to he should be fired? It's because you had a built-in bias to begin with. You just want the man gone. You guys are hypocrites right there. Right there. Eddie Kingston does it. Oh, it's good. Sammy Guevara deserved it. We hate Sammy Guevara. CM Punk gets physical with somebody and whoops somebody's ass. Oh, he's the devil. He's literally Hitler. You people are stupid. You are fucking stupid. You know how dumb you people look and sound? Seriously. You look and sound fucking stupid. And then there's people with ulterior motives who ain't even AEW fans, ain't even actual AEW fucking fans. Yeah, I said it. I'm talking about people like JD from New York. He says it himself all the time on his show. I'm actually a fan of him. He doesn't like me, I don't like him, but I recognize when something's good, when a product is actually good. But what I don't respect is when you start faking the funk and start fucking inserting your fucking agenda and trying to will shit into existence because you know people listen to you. And not only that, dude, you're just straight up full of shit. And I'm about to show you how you're full of shit. So, a couple examples of how JD is full of shit and how he is a Triple H shill and a dick rider. He even says he is. He knows he is. He's proud of it. He loves it. He loves it. He thinks Triple H is St. Paul the Perfect. Well, example number 1. He has a tweet about Malachi Black and how Malachi Black has been given a quote-unquote conditional release from AEW, basically a non-compete, in his words. Those are his words. He doesn't know if it's a non-compete. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't have any actual fucking information about that. Why? Because nobody else has information about that. Nobody's talking about it. He says more than likely he will sit out several months, probably get paid, get right, go back to WWE and pick up where he left off while working for Triple H and NXT. Let me tell you why that's bullshit. Why that's complete bullshit right there. First off, if Malachi Black were to do some shit like that, I'm pretty sure he's going to get fucking, like, he should get obliterated on Twitter. I'm going to obliterate him on here. I've already been obliterating him because I think wanting a release of any kind for mental health problems is complete bullshit, my friend. I'm sorry. You could have just taken some time off. Tony would have worked with you. I don't know what the fuck this is about. But I'm pretty sure Tony Khan's not that fucking stupid to sign you to a 5-year deal and then let you go march right into Triple H's hands. I don't think it works that way. And I don't think that his conditional release is just several months and then he'll get paid and then he'll just go right back to WWE. First off, why would you even want that? Why would you even want that? Why would you even be cool with that? Does this motherfucker, like, I get it, Triple H is in charge now, but, bro, the disrespect, bro, they put him in a fucking closet for 9 months or whatever the fuck it was, telling people to pick a fight with him. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to show ungratefulness and turn your back on the people who gave you an opportunity to go run back to them? Because your wife stupidly re-signed with them after you had just signed with them? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What is this? What is this? I don't understand how you can be cool with that. That's just, as a man, that's just like some bullshit. Going back on a deal you make with somebody is complete bullshit. I'm pretty sure Tony Khan's not going to let that shit fly. I'm pretty sure he's not. And on top of that, it's incredibly selfish, is it not? You get Tony Khan to sign Brody King and Buddy Matthews, and you pull Julia Hart into this thing. For what now? For what now? You left them blowing in the fucking wind, dude. You left them blowing in the wind. I'm not going to sit here and play this pussyfoot. Oh, mental health issues is nothing to say. I don't give a fuck, man. Toughen the fuck up, champ. Toughen the fuck up. You're supposed to be this big, bad fucking Satanist pagan dude, and you're over here talking about your mental fucking health. I'll tell you why your mental health is fucked up, because you worship Satan, and you're a paganist. Of course your mental health is fucked. Seek help. But, man, don't leave your fucking friends blowing in the wind, man. That more than anything is really what is driving me nuts about this shit. And then on top of that, you just made Tony look like a fucking fool, and you're feeding into this fucking narrative. I get it. Things ain't great right now. It's shit's fucked up. But, man, god damn, dude. How fickle. Malachi Black, you're fickle. Fickle. So that's example number one of why JD from New York is full of shit. He's saying that's going to happen. Like it's a done deal. He does this shit. He does this shit. He states things like it's an actual fact when it's really his opinion and what he wants. When he claims to be pro AEW and want AEW to be good, you want them to take a fucking L like that? You want them to take an L like that, bro? You're full of shit. He also, another example of how he's full of shit is he says Triple H is perfect and Hangman Page did nothing wrong. Bullshit. Do I even need to fucking explain why that's bullshit? Seriously. You're full of shit, Jerry. You're full of shit. As for the rest of the fake-ass wrestling media, like Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez and Nick Hausman, I want to talk about Nick Hausman. And I'll play a little bit of the CM Punk audio while I'm doing it here. Let me get this audio ready here. Okay, I think it's good. Make sure my desktop audio. Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go now. So Nick Hausman of WrestlingInc.com. This is how much of a joke he is. So he had this interaction with CM Punk at the AEW Media Scrum, which I'm about to play to you right here, right now. Okay, I don't know if that audio is actually. I don't know if that audio is actually picking up or not. Whenever I play it, let me try it again.
When you did improv, who'd you do improv with?
I did it with Scott Colton.
Okay, so you fancy yourself a journalist. Would you say you're friends with Scott Colton?
No, I haven't talked to Scott in some time.
So you're not friends with him?
No, Scott and I do not see eye to eye.
Oh, wow. Well, that makes two of us. My point is, if you fancy yourself a journalist, even if it's for the silly world of professional wrestling, and you have journalistic integrity, people who report things, mostly that are bullshit, and slanderous lies against myself, if you are friends with somebody, you blew my spot if you're not friends.
Okay. So basically, CM Punk had this whole thing planned in his head when he came in there, and he was looking for an entry point to start getting this off because he wanted to address all this bullshit, all this Colt Cabana garbage and everything that's being said about him, because all everybody's ever heard is the things being said about him, and he never really spoke on it. So he goes up there with this pre-prepared thing that he had been planning to say, and he was looking for an entry point. You know, whenever you're doing live speaking and you're just like, you know, you like to shoot from the hip and talk from the cuff, you strategize in your brain and you try and look for an entry point on how to address something. Him picking this Nick Hausman dude was simply an entry point just to figure out how to talk about Colt Cabana, because he wanted to address this shit. And he wasn't sure if the media was going to ask him something because he doesn't have the media geeks in his fucking pocket like the elite do. Man, this muffin's really good. So, this Nick Hausman dude, after this little, I think there's a little bit more here. I'm going to play it some more. Hold on.
I haven't had anything to do with Scott Colton in almost a decade. Probably wanted nothing to do with him even longer than that. It's fucking unfortunate that I have to come up here and speak on this when I'm on my time and this is a fucking business. Why I'm a grown-ass adult man and I decide not to be friends with somebody is nobody else's fucking business. But
None of
my
y'all's
friends,
fucking business at all.
if I fall backwards, will catch me. Scott Colton, I felt, never would have.
There you go. There you go. So that was the interaction with Nick Hausman, and he took offense that CM Punk pointed out that he was friends with Colt Cabana and he did improv with him. And for some reason, this is why he's a fucking hack journalist, and this is why he's a fucking joke, and this is part of why I'm even talking about this clown. He did an interview with Booker T about the AEW backstage brawl and was asking him about CM Punk's comments. And he asked him a couple questions, but like the third question, literally the third fucking question. Hey Booker, we've known each other for many years now. What was going through your head when you saw CM Punk set his sights on me there and go after me in my improv career? Dude, anybody who knows anything about journalism, because I'm actually going to college for it. Well, I was learning about it and everything. I've studied it, and there's a reason why I ain't doing it anymore, because it's fucking horrible, and it's a joke. But one of the first things they teach you is to literally not make the story about you. When you're doing an interview or you're filming a documentary or you're doing a piece in the newspaper or, on the 6 o'clock news, whatever, you don't make it about you. You don't take yourself and insert yourself into the story and make it about you. Period, point blank. That's exactly what he did. Fucking joke. He's a fucking joke. And a fake. And he fancies himself a journalist. That's a fucking joke. You're a fucking joke, Nick Hausman. Fuck you. So, that's Nick Hausman. Dave Meltzer. Let's see here. What do I got for good old Dave? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Here we go. So, Dave Meltzer does his stupid Wrestling Observer bullshit that I don't know why people fucking pay for it, but whatever. He says that Punk talking about Hangman not doing anything in this business is false, and says that pay-per-views headlined by Adam drew more than some of the ones Punk did. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Show me the fucking numbers, you geek. Get the fuck out of here, man. And if what's your definition of headlining, Dave? I guarantee you he wasn't the last fucking match of the fucking night and wasn't the marquee fucking match. There's a reason why when he lost the belt, nobody gave a fuck. He sucks. He's boring as shit. It's just the way it is. He's fucking boring. Hangman Page is fucking boring. I fucking said it. It's the fucking truth. He's fucking boring. If you don't like it, I don't really give a fuck, my guy. Or girl, whatever. I don't mean to assume your fucking gender. That's the other problem. Most of his fans don't even know what fucking bathroom to use, so they're all empty-headed dumb fucks as well. So, cry about that. Let's see here. He says Punk has always been a divisive figure and rubbing people off in the wrong way in the locker room for a long time, telling guys not to do stuff that got them over in the first place. Listen, dude, over in the first place relative to who? Relative to who? Because quite frankly, none of these motherfuckers are over on anywhere except Twitter. And like I said in my last video, and this is going to be like my catchphrase, Twitter is not real life. It's not. Like I said, there's a reason why when Hangman lost, nobody gave a fuck. Everybody wanted CM Punk. You know why everybody wants CM Punk? Because he has the it factor. He makes you give a damn. He's actually talented. He doesn't just go in there and do cool moves and high spots and, you know, get people to pop like that. I mean, that's cool, but that's for people with the fucking attention span of a goldfish. Like, people like me and people who've been watching this shit for a long time and people who are old, quote unquote, old school, we require more substance. We require more there. And CM Punk brings the there. And if you don't agree, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. He's a divisive figure. What's Eddie Kingston? What is Eddie Kingston? A perfect fucking angel? Y'all give that dude so many passes. It's crazy to me, man. That dude, I'm sorry. If you want to talk about locker room, this motherfucker don't like anybody that comes through the door. But nobody talks about that. No. Just CM Punk. He's the devil. He's literally Hitler. Man. So, I just want people to keep it consistent. And this shit is not consistent at all. It's not. People want CM Punk fired, but they want the elite to skate free. That's crazy to me. And they're also doing an investigation with neutral parties that were present, I guess, whenever it happened. I don't know how much of it they actually fucking saw, because I know stuff like that's a split thing, and you know, I know it lasted a while, but I'm sure the initial part of it though was kind of brief, I would guess. It's typically how most fights go. So I don't know, guys. It's I don't understand how people make excuses for these grown-ass men acting like fucking children. I really don't get it. I sympathize, and I listen, me and Phil Brooks, we probably don't agree on much at all in life. Definitely not in politics. So I ain't got no reason to just be cheerleading for this man. I am a fan of him as a wrestler, and I would much rather have him than the fucking elite. But it's just, he's right. He's in the fucking right. Y'all can't. Y'all started this shit. The fans too. The fans fucking included. So this is on you guys as far as I'm concerned. This is on you. You can blame Phil Brooks all you want. You can say he's an asshole and this and that, but you guys ain't consistent. I'm going to do your favorites like you do CM Punk. Kenny Omega is not liked by multiple people in New Japan. What does that say about Kenny Omega? Coming to AEW. Starting shit. He's a cancer, right? That's using y'all's logic. The Young Bucks, they are not liked by people in New Japan and Impact and ROH. Back when they left. People didn't like them. People still don't like them to this day because of shit they've done in the past and the way they've treated people. Once you guys go ask Tama Tonga how he feels about the Young Bucks. Once you go ask some of the other guys from Bullet Club how they feel about the Young Bucks. Must be cancers, right? Must be cancers. Go ask Impact about the Young Bucks, Generation Me, and how they acted while they were there. Like they didn't want to fucking listen to anybody. Colt Cabana. He's such a great guy, right? Why is it that he can't ever fucking get a job and stay there? Must be a cancer, right? They can't all be wrong. Just using y'all's logic against you. I'm just using y'all's logic against you, or your lack thereof logic, should I say. I don't get this shit, man. I really don't get it. You guys wanted a man to come back for 7 years. In 7 years, this is what he gets. It's amazing. It's amazing. I feel like they've been trying to sabotage that man since day one. Day one. Again, Dave Meltzer laid it out for you. He's been a defensive figure and rubbing people the wrong way, telling guys not to do stuff that got them over. What? Like what? Like what? Not making tags in a fucking tag match? Or like damn near breaking their neck in a fucking ladder match? Oh no, heavens forbid he fucking tell you not to go out there and do some dumb shit and get yourself killed with him on the fucking card. He doesn't want to be a part of that. Nobody wants to be a part of that. I don't want to see somebody die. It's just amazing to me, man. And then Dave also says, Tony Khan should have stopped Punk when he started burying his guys. He says the Bucks have done way more for the business providing jobs than Punk ever did. Ooh, you provided jobs to a bunch of people who should be sacking fucking groceries. You think that's a good thing that he gave these people jobs? Peter Avalon shouldn't be working in fucking pro wrestling. If Peter Avalon should be in pro wrestling, then so should I. So should I. Leva Bates shouldn't have a fucking job. She don't do anything. She's fucking worthless. She doesn't even wrestle. Who else they got? Who else they give a job to, huh? Joey Janela. There's another fucking geek. Another clown who shouldn't have had a fucking job to begin with. I'm sorry, man. You people need to get your head out of your ass and stop buying this elite bullshit. Period, point blank. This man ain't got no reason to come in here after 7 fucking years and start starting shit. Y'all just had it out for him because you're fucking jealous and you're threatened. You're jealous and you're threatened. Y'all treating FTR the same way because they doing the same shit that CM Punk's doing. Preaching that old school mentality, preaching the basics of wrestling and shit. And y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to listen because y'all want to keep doing these same flippy divey fucking 6-man tags where nobody has to actually tag, and Aubrey Edwards and Rick Knox let you do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, you guys could literally commit murder and sodomy right in front of them, and neither one of them would blink or bat a fucking eye. Not even for a fucking second. That's part of y'all's problem. It's not a good thing. I don't understand why y'all think this is something good that you should keep fucking doing. I'm at the point, quite honestly, I want the elite gone. I want them out of the AE fucking W the same way I wanted Vince McMahon gone from WWE. The shit needs to change. And the refs some of those refs need to get the fuck out of there too. Aubrey, Don Stevens, fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Rick Knox, get the fuck out of here, you fucking dead looking motherfucker, you deadbeat looking son of a bitch. Get the fuck out of here. And you fans, you fickle ass fans, get the fuck out of here. Get your fucking head out of your ass. All I know is I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Vince Russo had the best take I have seen yet from anybody who is of note about this whole entire situation. Vince Russo at the Vince Russo on Twitter. So the executive vice presidents of a company attack an employee of their own company and they are just suspended and not fired? Does it go down like this at Hewlett? Does it go down like this at Hewlett Packard, bro? At Tony Khan. What's going to come first, bro? The Mark shaving their neck beards, bro? Or you having a clue, bro? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's a weird day. It's a weird day and a weird time when Vince Russo and Jim Cornette are the fucking voices of fucking reason in this shit. The voices of fucking reason. I can tell you, the voices of reason sure the fuck ain't JD from NY, and sure the fuck ain't Dave Meltzer, sure the fuck ain't Brian Alvarez, sure the fuck ain't Nick Hausman. What a load of fucking morons you people are. You're pathetic. You ain't fucking journalists. You shouldn't call yourselves journalists. That's a fucking insult. You're as much of a journalist as Brian Stelter, whatever the fuck his name is, Don Lemon, and the rest of those geeks at CNN are. That's about how much of a fucking journalist you are. My fucking ass, you're a journalist. The fuck out of here with that shit. People like you are the reason why I stopped wanting to be a journalist. I used to want to do that shit. I'm into the truth. I'm into getting to the bottom of shit. I'm into analyzing shit and dissecting shit and breaking it down and understanding it and disseminating the information to people. You people are into getting fucking free rides to the AEW show and getting fucking access and keeping your fucking elite pals happy so you continue getting your little tidbits of news so you can keep running your fucking paywall for your shitty fucking website that should have already been dead. And now there's 100,000 of people just like you doing the same sycophantic bullshit. I'm not a fucking sycophant, and I don't care if people fucking pay me a dime. I don't give a goddamn. I'm doing this shit because I want to do this shit. I'm doing this shit because I got shit to say about it. I got bigger plans than just this. This ain't the only thing I want to do. I don't give a fuck if Tony Khan lets me in. That'd be cool. I already spent thousands going to the very first Double or Nothing. And that's the other thing. People saying I'm not a real fan and this and that if I want the elite gone. Motherfucker, I paid thousands of dollars to go to the very first fucking AEW show. Miss me with that shit. You can say that shit to somebody else, but you cannot say that shit to me. I paid thousands of dollars to go to fucking Vegas. I paid thousands of dollars to get plane tickets and hotel rooms and pay for food and buy weed and buy liquor and buy the tickets. I bought merchandise. I've done all that shit. I spent $30 on expensive these fucking overpriced ass t-shirts from ProWrestlingTees.com. I've done this shit. So fuck off with that bullshit. Man, this is a good ass fucking muffin. Shout out to CM Punk. Stop calling yourself journalists. You're not journalists. One last thing before I go. I just want to say, if you're watching this video, and this is your first time coming to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you gave me a like, fist bump that like button. You shared it with your friends on other platforms and this and that, because I am not on social media of any sort. And if you could comment down below. If you like this, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. If you think I'm a fucking idiot, if you think I'm off base, let me know. Let me know. But I appreciate you stopping by the channel. And like I said, if you could, like, share, and more importantly, subscribe. Also, turn on the bell for all notifications. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the drill. It's been another edition of the Dangerous Thoughts Podcast, and I'm out.